This wasn't a win, this was a beating. That's exactly what RCB gave Punjab, even though Punjab were playing on their home ground in Mullapur. RCB were the team in form. In fact, if there was ever a perfect game for any franchise in this IPL, I'll have to say, if I pick only one game with a perfect game for one franchise, it'll be this game, qualifier one between RCB and Punjab, and RCB played the perfect game. Why do I say that? Because no matter how good or bad performances we've seen in the IPL, not every aspect of the game has been top notch on one particular day, but that's what RCB showed us. They were top notch in all departments. Let's start with their bowling. Top notch, even though there were some poor shots played by Punjab, which I'll dwell a little later in this particular broadcast. But if you look at the bowling by RCB, I can't think of one single bowler who was not on the mark, who was not on the money, who allowed a loose delivery for the Punjab batters. Each bowler pin perfect accuracy, bowling to plan. So bowling 10 out of 10, perfect. Now to the batting. Low total, all right. It was going to be tough. They were going to lose a few wickets on the way, and they did lose 2 wickets, but it wasn't an easy pitch to bat on, and there was overhead conditions which was aiding swing bowling. Yet in a tricky pitch, tricky condition, they only lost 2 wickets. And look at the way that Phil Salt batted. Even on a game like this in tough conditions, gets to a 50 at a strike rate of more than 200. So batting top notch, 9.9 out of 10. And then the third aspect, an aspect where every team has been found wanting this IPL, 10 out of 10 on fielding to RCB. Brilliant, whether it was catching by the outfielders, didn't drop a catch, absolute perfect. Whether it was catching by the wicketkeeper, stunning catches there as well, and holding on to the regular ones. And whether it was the ground fielding, right from the word go, you looked at that RCB team, they looked like a team that was prepared to win this game. Yes, you can have a bad day, and other teams can, take advantage of that, like it happened today with PBKS having a bad day. Yet RCB can do what they do, that is control their game, and on that count they were flawless in all departments. As I said, a perfect game. For the neutral, probably not a good game to watch. 101 in a qualifier, in a game that was being built up as the contest between the 2 best teams. I'm sure you wanted to see a contest, but in the end we got a no contest, and a lot of it boils down to the batting approach of Punjab as well. Yes, it was a tough pitch, but on occasions like this, you needed to change gears. Punjab have benefited from their high-risk approach because they bat deep. They get an Omar Zai to come at number 8. That's great. Deep batting lineup, all of them stroke makers, all of them in good form. Yes, that allows you to play with freedom, that allows you to play with aggression. But when you are faced with a tough pitch, a pitch where you remember 111 was also defended, you know that, you've played on that pitch. You needed to reconfigure a bit, recalibrate a bit, and bat according to the situation. On a qualifier, not to bat the full quota of 20 overs and just bat 14 overs, I think is criminal. And apart from the good bowling of RCB, majority contribution there was of poor shots played by Punjab batters. Everyone, even when you're in a crunch situation, trying to play glory shots, and that is why you got to only 101. Who knows, 150, 60 could have given you an outside chance, at least allowed you to fight. That's what Punjab didn't do. Even their captain in Shreyas Iyer was guilty. Shashank, who's been the match winner, was guilty. Mushir was brought in as a smart impact sub, was guilty of playing a poor shot. Prabh Simran, who's been in good form, also guilty of playing a poor shot. So a lot of batters. I agree that you can start like that in an aggressive fashion as their openers have always did. But 38 for 4, you need to quickly change. You need to change your mentality. And Punjab were unable to adjust, were not ready to change their mindset. And that is why they have lost. The big question now will be, can they bounce back? Because losing is all right. One team had to win, one had to lose. But if you lose a game like this, it can be demoralizing. And now it's going to be a tough road for Punjab to go on from here after this loss. Only way they can reach a final or even contend for this title, if they shrug off this particular loss, then maybe they may have an outside chance, because this is, quite frankly, for RCB, perfect game, for Punjab, a game to forget. And last but not the least, let's also talk about Virat Kohli. You saw him pumped up, but you clearly know his eyes are set on the title. And I think nobody deserves an IPL title more than a Virat Kohli. This is the 4th time that RCB have reached the final. And this is, remember, the 10th time that they have been in the playoffs yet, or the top 4, and yet haven't won the title. And that's a record that they would want to correct. Maybe another way to explain why RCB were on their best and did not choke or come under pressure, and Punjab did, could be explained from the fact that Punjab in their history have only been there twice in the playoffs, lack of experience of how to adapt to playoffs. For RCB, 10th occasion, probably better prepared, probably that team understands that what really you need to do to perform in these situations. That is why it tells me maybe this could be the season for RCB. And as I said, for Virat, he also played the de facto captain. Patidar, yes, the man in charge, but Virat, you could clearly hear on the stump mic quite often advising Patidar which bowler to get at what occasion. So was the man in charge on that occasion. That we saw. Then the cheerleader that he is, pumping up his team. And in the end, I think that was a sign that signifies how much he's looking at this title. He was looking at his wife Anushka Sharma. They were having a conversation, and he kept doing this, which meant let's not celebrate. We still have one more game to go, and that's when we'll celebrate. And that's exactly what you saw from the entire RCB team. No over-the-top celebrations. They just went about their business as if they'd just won any other game, because they know the job is still not done. Do give us the like on the video if you're enjoying our content. Share this with your other sports-loving friend who enjoy IPL analysis. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today.